Meatloaf for dinner. Covered in tomato sauce too. Italian-inspired beef and pork meatloaf with sun-dried tomato sauce.
Hi everybody, we are looking at the ingredients we're going to need for this meatloaf today. On the left hand side I've got some black pepper, some hot spicy Calabrian chilli, some sun-dried tomato paste, some olives. On the silver tray I've got some all-purpose Italian garlic seasoning, chives, parsley, thyme and some crushed fennel seeds. Then we've got the ground beef and pork, some fresh garlic, some onions, some ciabatta bread, an egg, some olive oil, some fresh basil, some Milano salami, some Grana Padano cheese, and then I've got pictures of my chopped tomatoes in garlic along with my thickening granules. Pictures because I forgot to include them in the display. Confession time, sorry about that. We will also be needing some corn flour, cornstarch and some milk. But if you can't get gravy granules, thickening granules, then please use cornstarch. All the ingredients, measurements, everything will be in the description below. So let's get cracking. I've got my blender ready here and I've toasted the ciabatta. I'm going to turn that into breadcrumbs. And then once that's gone, I'm going to add some milk to that and leave that to one side. Right, let's create the paste, shall we? The flavour paste, garlic, onions, the contents of the herb tray, along with some torn basil. There's a full bunch. And then I've got one Calabrian chilli, that's going in. And then we're going to turn that into a lovely paste. Once that's gone, we can then finely chop our Milano salami. We want this quite fine because we want it to blend in nicely with our ground meat. Okay, nice and finely chopped, lovely. And whilst I've got the knife in my hand, let's chop the olives too. You can leave these as coarse as you want, or you can chop them as fine as you want. It's entirely up to you. In the bowl, we've got our ground beef and our ground pork, followed by that wonderful paste. And then in goes the salami and the olives, the pulp, the bread pulp, lots of Grana Padano cheese, 2 heaped tablespoons of sun-dried tomato paste. And now for a couple of minutes, we need to blend everything together. I'll say a couple of minutes because I think you really need to stay blending this with your hands for a couple of minutes to get it fully blended in. And once that's done, we've just got a few more ingredients to add. I'm going to add a tablespoon of corn flour to help bind. And I'm also going to add some salt, sugar and pepper, about a teaspoon of each. Give that a mix, and the only thing left to add now is 1 beaten egg. There we are, mix that through. And then you'll divide the mix between 2 loaf tins. I'm using a 2-pound loaf tin and a 1-pound loaf tin. And it happened to divide perfectly between those 2 tins. They're going to go in the oven. And now we're going to make a very quick tomato sauce. I'm going to take 2 heaped tablespoons of sun-dried tomato paste, a cup of water and a can of chopped tomatoes flavoured with garlic. I'm then going to blend them up to a smooth sauce. I'm going to bring that to the boil. Once it's brought to the boil, I'm going to thicken it with some thickening granules. You can use cornstarch if you prefer, or if you can't get the granules. Once you brought it to the boil and you've whisked in your thickening agent, then you'll need to season this. I'd say around about a half teaspoon of pepper, salt and sugar. Once again, bring that to the boil and look at that. It's a really perfect, very, very super convenient tomato sauce, and it matches perfectly with that wonderful meatloaf, and that looks great. I love that lovely brown crust we got on the meatloaf, and it's been cooked nicely. I think it's been in for about 45 minutes. As I said, all the information will be in the description box below. That meatloaf is fabulous, by the way, because what the great thing about this meatloaf is we can have it with a sauce, we can have it without a sauce. We chose to have it with a lovely tomato sauce on top, and believe me, it's a perfect meatloaf that goes with just about anything. You could even have this with a big pile of spaghetti. Absolutely fabulous. Italian inspired beef and pork meatloaf with a sun-dried tomato sauce. So the only thing that remains to be said now is thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, would you smash that subscribe button? There's always a like and a share button too, and there's a notification bell you can press if you want to be notified of my next video release. This is Chef Archie Pie, thanking everyone for watching, Do take care of yourselves. Sending everyone lots of love. And if you want to drop me a line, drop a comment in the box below and I'll do my very best to get back to you very soon. Do take care of yourselves.